Hello, I'm back. Yeah, yesterday I missed the stream, but I dedicated time to shoot new video for YouTube, so hope it will be good enough. We created content for it like on our streams, prepared the blog post and everything, and now I need to do some post-production, but the main thing is done, and this is great. But on stream, yeah, we're back to our Rust course. We already passed like 2 hours, and it's an interesting journey. I really like to finish it. So yeah, let's move on. And here we implemented some crude API, so let's go to the task, and we have create, we have some git delete. All right.
We have our delete from task where ID equal $1, we bind on the ID, and then we're going to execute await, and then we're going to get the row affected. So again, the same concept as before. When you delete something, the convention here that we're going to have in our API is that it must be there, otherwise it will return an error. We're going to do a if count equals 0. We're going to return the same error that we had on the get because the entity was not found. And then we can return our OK.
Okay, I don't have this check, so if count equal 0, then we'll return error. Not error. What is okay, it's called result, yeah. And entity not found. Error, it's already our enum. So we have entity not found and entity will be task and ID. Oh, I think parenthesis is not needed here. Yeah. All right.
Okay, boys. So now that we have the get and delete, we can go to our test create OK, and then when we do the check and the clean, we can actually simplify the code quite a bit. We don't need to have the select anymore. Now, if you really want to be dogmatic with unit test, you shouldn't be using other functions and some functions. But in all practical matter, I think in this use case, I think it's acceptable and definitely much simpler to use the model function to do the check and the clean. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to do let task, and we're going to do a task BMC, and we're just going to do
so we did create, and here we do let task equal task BMC okay. Oh yeah, root domain, super. Maybe fuck off. Hey, hello, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. Hey Eldin. Hey, hello. That's cool. Yeah, I think this is like main statement about Rust. It's just cool. I don't know. I'm still can't figure out where I can use it for myself, but cargo, yeah, whole ecosystem, like it's on the one hand it's low level, but it's so modern, so super cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm far from doing unsafe Rust. I'm just learning. Basically learning both doing some backend and how to do it with Rust. I think it's probably a good use case for indie developer to have efficient backend. So if you at some day it require a lot of resources, you shouldn't pay too much. I don't know, for me it's like TypeScript is so nice. I don't know, at least like front-end React React Native with Neo Vim is super cool. It's linting on flight and everything, and it's, I must say, it works better for me in Neo Vim than Rust. Oh my god, Flutter. Yeah, Flutter is... I tried like a while ago, and it's probably, I don't know, I really like Theo video about I don't know if you guys saw it. There was some really good, he explained what it's like. It's weird abstraction of like mobile. It's has their own domain, and there's a lot of going on, and each year it's updating. And since Flutter don't use native components, it's like should draw everything itself, so it produced some pain points. But yeah, DX, I heard DX is really great on Flutter, and maybe for some projects, especially if it's some smaller personal project, maybe some MVP, it's probably really nice. But I don't know. Probably I will not pick it for like big project. Okay, maybe let's finish this section.
To do a get with the ID, and now we're just going to do
Get what we actually return here. just result.
And insert on task title, and then that's it, we're done. And then we're going to do the same thing for the delete. It's going to be even simpler. Task BMC, delete, CTX, model manager, and then the ID and the await. And if we bring our cargo watch test, press save, and then boom, everything works fine.
Okay, I think I need to run Docker. And our PostgreSDB. Yeah, testing is really cool. I agree. Okay, for some reason my test doesn't work. I need to run this map at least once. So let's start server. And now I think I can run test, yeah, and it works. I need to figure out why it's happened, I don't know. This terminal is, yeah, it's Alacrity. Yeah. Yeah, I did some sim get puchin. Oh, thank you for the follow. Wasn't you already followed? I remember you. You've been on this stream already. Already said. But yeah, thank you. So yeah, cool. Yeah, hope you enjoy. If not, just unfollow. Yeah, since I've started streaming, I checking a lot of dev streams, try and figure out what people doing, what maybe will work for me. Yeah, Python is... I think Python is the same as JavaScript. It's great and disaster at the same time. Yeah, exactly. It's when I think about it, it's always like probably it's easier way to create something in Python because there is so much thing you can do, just because a lot of libraries there, and yeah, you can easily connect it and put and run. Like in terms of one person like me, I see how I can spend a lot of less time, which I always don't have a lot, to build something. But to be honest, I don't really like do anything in Python. It's not feel cool like in Rust.
Now we're going to create another unit test to test the get not found. So that's going to be underscore error, which is going to follow our naming convention over there, and we're going to add the suffix not found. And now for our setup fixtures, we're going to init the test, the context. We're going to have the fixture ID.
For sure. It's probably not about just writing it itself, but about the ecosystem you can use. But I don't know, probably Rust is quite good right now. There are so many libs and everything. Yeah, for sure, if you do something yourself, it's like whatever language you do, it works best for you. But if you want to quickly use something from the ecosystem, that's the difference.
And we know it doesn't exist because we start at 1000. Then we're going to do our execute, and that will do a get. And in this case, we don't want to have.
Okay. Okay, we already start writing. Not found test. So yeah, let's copy this part, and we have ID. Numerical methods library. Can you share some example what this kind of libraries? I'm doing mostly front end, so this is hardcore stuff for me. Sounds like. Serious calculation. Okay, feel like you are missing a lot of stuff there. But yeah, Rust is growing, so big company invested more and more, like Microsoft, I think Meta, and other. So probably it's all coming.
have the question mark because we're going to test our result, which is going to be a result of
Oh, trading, yeah. I see. Exactly. But yeah, people like Rust and invest time into it. So it moving forward.
of task or error. So for the check, we're going to use assert, and then we're going to use another macro, which is matches. And matches works by comparing the result that we get from there to that. And so we have our entity and our ID. And by the way, those guys cannot really be variable, so you have to have the literals there. And now we can do our OK. So if we do our cargo test, and we're going to go now,
Yeah, I feel the same. Not sure how many years it is, but probably things happen faster now, so to check. Yeah, it's probably like when you start, it's about some language technology, but then after all, I don't know, I'm doing like how many years, like 12, 13. It's language I'm working on. I changed. I used a lot of one. It's probably depends on what you're interested in. Some people probably doing same language for whole career or something like this, but when it comes to many years, it's like it's just everything changed since what was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, etc. So probably something better than Rust will appear, or even more cool. Oh, we're back to COBOL. So, what is wrong here? You see, I changed my Twitch nickname. It's now Lost Semicolon. Exactly what happened to me just right now. Yeah, I created my first. I didn't think about it, and now when I dive in Twitch a bit more, I feel it's not that cool to have any proper nickname, because I'm going to different channels and sometimes you want to have fun in chat. So yeah, you need good one, not with real name.
We can do our okay. So if we do our cargo test, and we're going to go back, and then we're going to test our test get error, and that will be the not found. Very simple. And now if we were going to check the wrong entity name and we do a save, then our test will fail, which is what we wanted. So let's make it work, and we have this unit test done. So again, we don't have to go crazy and do it.
I don't get it. If we change entity. Oh, yeah, it not much with response. Sure.
Then our test will fail, which is what we wanted. So let's make it work, and we have this unit test done. So again, we don't have to go crazy and do everything, but it's always good to do few. So we're going to do the delete as well, do the fixtures, we're going to exec, and then do the check, which is exactly the same one. And then that's it. Now if we go back on top, we're going to implement, which is the fixtures, we're going to exec, and then do the check, which is exactly the same one. And then that's it. Now if we go back on top, we're going to implement our
So get, delete. Yeah. Think we're good.
Our list. And for now, in this episode, the list won't have any filters or order by or limit or offset. We're going to do that in future episodes. So we are laying down the ground right now, such as we can scale very nicely. But for now, the list is very trivial. We do the DB, we do a select, we do an order by, we do a select star for now. We're going to
What do we fetch all? Yeah. Then I guess I wait.
want to fix that later, and then we do a fetch all. That will return a vector of task, and then we just do OK task. Now, one thing that I like to follow, the CRUD naming convention. So create, request, which is a get in the list, update, which we don't have yet, and the delete. That is the way that I like to order things. So now we're going to go down and we're going to create our test at the right place for list. So now the thing in the list here is the fixtures will have to create many tasks, and that could be kind of cumbersome all the time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our dev utility. utils, and next to the unit test, we're going to create a seed task. So that is
dev utils. Okay. see task. No, I have some error with fetch all. Okay, yeah, I haven't done.
That is the utilities that we're going to use in our unit test. And so it's going to return, and here we're going to be explicit, model result of vector of task, and it's going to take the CTX, the model manager, and the title can just be an array of string. So we're going to do the import. And so in this case, our dev utils will have a dependency with the model layer, which is okay. The other way around is not.
So we want context here. Model manager. And titles. Oh, and we want to return what result? Model result vector of tasks, I guess.
Not, but this way is okay. And now we're going to have our mute task, and then for every titles, we'll create the task with the title, and then
So we're creating let mark task okay, and use our create. Okay, let task BMC task for create. Oh, it's not returning the disk. Okay.
Then we get the task with the ID that we got from our crate. And then we push it to the vector. Now,
The create ID, then we do
now we're going to return. Very simple. Now you need to make sure to import everything. And now that we have that, our unit test is going to be much simpler. We init our test, we have our CTX. The FX titles is going to be an array of static strings, which is fine. We're following our convention of duplicating the test names over there. And then we're going to call our debut.
okay. So fix titles, something like this. And then we do the utils. Sticks. I think like this, and
utils, seed task, and give the array of titles. And we're going to exec, and that means that now the task will get this list over there. At least.
and we actually see it was created.
List. So today, because we don't have this filter kind of business, this unit test is not very strong. It's kind of a little bit clunky, because if other tests create other tasks, you will see them as well. Yeah, so you don't know if you are the only one hitting the database at any given time. So the way that we're going to do it in this case is you want to make the name as unique as possible for this task. And the check, we're going to filter through all of the tasks, and we're going to
check. So let test list. Okay. Filter, so should we do collect? No.
Going to make sure that it starts with our prefix. Eventually our list will have a filter API, so we'll be able to be much more precise into what we ask our backend model controller. And then we collect to get a vector of task. And now that we have that, we're making sure that we have only 2 tasks.
Yeah, this is what I did collect. Okay, so it simply don't understand the type. Okay, learn.
And then we're going to do the clean. So now we have the task over there, so we can iter, and then we just delete like that. So this one is not a very robust unit test because we are doing this like prefix stuff, but it will work fine for now. And again, some is better than none, because when this one breaks, then you just fix it and make it better. It's always a good way to start. And the important point is to know what needs to be improved, is not to always hit for perfection. Now, one little addition that we can do on this one, since we don't have a filter, is to actually make the name a little bit more unique. So if we go back up, we could make it dash task, such as if we have another test list for another entity, at least it won't work on each other. So that is a very cheap tuning that you can do at the beginning, and then eventually, once you have the filter and everything, you can get much more precise. And now we can bring our terminal, and we're going to stop it, and we're going to test the list. We could do a test list like that, or actually what we can do is a test model, and we go by package now. So we're going to test all of the task tests. Now if you press enter, then you get everything run like that. That is again very nice, the way you can filter things. Okay, so that was quite a bit, but we already have a very good start with some very good unit testing already. Now again, usually I use that not only after I code my function, but often I use that during the implementation, where I do something like that, where I don't have the assert and I do just a println and the task debug like that. And then I can see that on my terminal, I fix the code, I make it exactly the way I want it, and then I do the assert. That is the thing that I was saying before. Okay, so that will conclude this first part of the model layer. Eventually we are going to do the update function, and that will be part of the next chapter. So now we're going to...
So yeah, let's commit our changes. Hey, hello. Yeah, basically wanted a bit of practice in Rust. I read Rust book previously, like half year ago, and yeah, but haven't really practiced and decide to try to make a backend with Rust and Axum. A lot of people recommend it. So far it's cool, and I really like this Jeremy Chong guy, his Discord, and I like his videos.
DB.
It's actually second one. First one called Full Rust Axum Course or something like this. Yeah, Rust Axum Full Course. Yeah, I like it, and my goal, like, finish it, and I expect it will be good template to use it for real project, so I can add my own stuff. It's done by Tokyo, right? Rust Axum. So yeah, it's from Tokyo, and I guess Tokyo is kind of all the people using, not all, but most of the people using it. Yeah, the act is, I think there is good book, Zero to Production. I think this is great start for Axum, Actix. And about Rocket, I actually don't know anything. I saw it is also exist, but I don't know. Yeah, but my recommendation, if you're interested, just try. Maybe at least something simple with each framework and pick what you like. I think when you know one, it's not super hard to switch to another. You can learn anything. Yeah, job market is I think not great overall right now, but in Rust it's even worse. It's super specific. But yeah, there is still some jobs, so but of course, if you like something and you want to work with it and you want to learn it, it's best way to work on it. But it could be hard to find a job. I don't know how it's really is. I see more and more people complaining that they can't find a job. I don't know what's going on recent years. It's like market was growing the COVID, and after COVID it's now collapsing. A lot of layoffs, etc. So probably it will normalize after some time. But right now I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. It's like coming in the waves. If we look back and like tens of years, it happened. But it's probably no reason to like software engineering will not need it anymore, so yeah, also remote change the rules, I guess. I'm doing remote for a while, but yeah, because I'm in Ukraine and most of the well-paid jobs for me it's in the US, of course. Probably some of them in Europe. But yeah, in terms of compensation, the United States is probably the best market. And taxes for me is low, so I can like ask less than people in United States and get more actual money. So I think it's kind of the problem for people in United States. It's like create additional tension. So people in United States like now should compete with all the world. Of course there is like some disadvantages like time zone. I'm working in my data and it's asynchronous for United States work most of the times. So is it in my bio? Yeah. Ask Eldin. Eldin much longer in this game. Yeah, I must say you look really different on things after a while. Yeah, it's probably not, but crazy, but I'm paying 5% like taxes. So I think it's barely comparable with anything in United States. And life is cheaper here. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Actually, the retirement system is not exist. I don't mean like my situation is better. My like living here. I just mean that it's a remote job from outside of United States. It's create additional tension for people in the United States, I guess. Yeah, for example, for retirement, I don't even know there is any system, like no one trusts in Ukraine and any government, because like our country, like 30 years old, previously it was USSR, which are broken and all money gone and everything, everyone is just bankrupt. So you should take care about yourself, retirements and everything. It's really hard. Oh, for sure. You wouldn't want live in country with the war. But yeah, it was the same before before the war. Like, I mean, this taxes and living cost was even less. By the way, Eldon, how's your food experiment? Did you make the bread? Was it tasty? Nice, nice, yeah. I'm glad it is. And also, like, I think in the United States, everyone can invest, like, in the companies, your money, and get some instrument tools, like, to invest. In Ukraine, it's really risky. Like, I need to use some broker company, and at any moment, it's something global happen, and it can just block my account, and I can't do anything about it. So it's so risky. Oh, so nice. Now I want to eat again. Deal. Oh, nice. Deal. Deal is cool. Yeah, I think I got to go now. Our progress is super slow, but it's still progress, so I'm happy with it. And thank you guys. See you soon. Have a good day, night, whatever you have.